I do get asked that question a lot of times, and every time I'm posed that question, I look back to close to like 17 years now, and it feels like a voyage with many destinations, and the goalpost keeps changing, right? If you say HR specifically, and it's not that I was in HR right from day one when I started working. So I think the context that I had by working in different functions, different teams, and cross industries has helped me a lot to truly understand where I am and why I am here. And there was this quote that I came across, and maybe I don't get it completely right, but the context is there. That's by Harvey Firestone, and he says that the calling for developing people, the growth and development of people, is the highest calling of leadership. So I think I'm in the right place. I still haven't reached where I want to, but just as I said, the goalpost keeps changing, and that's what my journey has been like. You know, when I looked at that question and you sent it to me, the same day I was having a conversation with my daughter, who's the elder one, who's 12 years old. And she was finding some issues with her school, you know, and she's asking me, how do you take it so lightly? And I said that it's different when you're in it and it's different when you're outside it. So see, things are difficult when people discount you. Things are difficult when people make judgments about your background. Things are difficult when you have opposition, when you know that your entire intent is to do probably good for the organization. And things are difficult when you yourself believe that you cannot do it, but there is somebody who believes that you can do it. So, you know, you get into these uncomfortable zones in different ways. But I think over the period of time, I have understood this, and I'm pretty calm about it as compared to what I was in the past. Also because I'm practicing mindfulness now, is that whenever these uncomfortable moments come, it is just about accepting it and getting through it, because the new you that stands outside it is someone that you definitely want to be. And it's like these circumstances come into your life because they're preparing you for your next bit. So I'm very comfortable about it. So I can't pinpoint something, but I think those categories are something that I know whenever that happens, I clearly know that, okay, there's an indication. It's a very uncomfortable journey to take, better said than done, but it's important to be conscious of that and take the way forward. I think I know the one that I want to promise myself as well, is I want to consciously choose to challenge every time there is discrimination against me or anyone else on account of gender or any other element of diversity. I'll be honest that I have been silent in the past and I have let things go under the carpet. But I think the more I probably experiencing life as well, I've understood that there are two kinds of people that you will come across in your life as far as this experience is concerned. One who have a fundamental issue with their thinking. You cannot go ahead and challenge that and make it very ugly at workplace. But there is a good section of people who do things out of sheer ignorance and unconscious bias. And I think when I say I want to go ahead and act on it or say something about it, it's not in any other context, but to address that with more maturity and enabling people to identify that discrimination. And it might be just a very small step, but I think I've realized that not saying anything at all or not doing anything at all is like taking no step at all. So that's my choose to challenge for the year. Again, there's no one person who makes you, Prashant. But I'm very glad that you gave me this opportunity to answer this question. And I'll tell you why. Because when I started my journey, I had absolute no hopes of having a career. Okay, and I think when I look back, there's just so many people that the Almighty has got into my life at the right time, at the right place, that make me who I am as a person and as a professional. And thank you for saying the college, because I think in my list that person gets added. So I'm grateful for this opportunity you're giving me. So I'm going to start saying thank you to Vani Laturkar, who has been a professor and guide for me when I was in college. She believed that I could do a lot more things than I could at that point of time. Then Raghunandan Reddy, ex 24/7. Then Tony, Lydia, and Lenny in ex EasyJet. Naveen Chopra, Mona Lisa Sahu, Jagdish B, and Sandeep Batra. I think these guys have just made so much of contribution in my life, and I'll always be indebted to them. So thank you. And thank you for giving me this opportunity.